You know, it used to be from my experience that whenever you had a game that allowed you to pick the gender of the character you played as, normally you would pick that gender and play the entirety of the game as that character, unless you decided to start the game over to switch up the options. But now, thanks to Assassin's Creed Valhalla, you can change the gender of the main character at any point in the game. You can go from male to female, female to male, for as many times as you want during the gameplay. Why? Who the fuck knows? Hello, this is Mara Jade, and I'm here with another video, and like I said, thanks to Ubisoft, they confirmed players will be able to alternate between genders for Assassin's Creed Valhalla's protagonist Eivor, even after the game begins. Why? Let's go into this and you'll see the reason why. Okay, the Assassin's Creed franchise has begun to expand its player customization options with its upcoming title Assassin's Creed Valhalla, including the protagonist's gender, carrying over from its predecessor Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Yes, there was choice romance in Assassin's Creed Odyssey, I will give them that, but it was two characters. It's not like Alexios changed from male to female in the game. That didn't happen. So, what's the point here? Continuing on. Ubisoft game director Eric Batizat has confirmed that the option to change customizations, including gender and skills, will continue to be available even as players progress deeper into the game. You can decide to play male or female, Batizat revealed in an interview with Games Radar. You are allowed to change at any time your skill tree or the gender of your character. You can swap at any time. So on a whim, if you decide you don't want to be male anymore, you want to play as a female, go ahead, change it at any point in the game, and vice versa. Moving on. The latest installment in the open-world video game series follows Eivor leading fellow Vikings in the conquest of 9th century England. As the Vikings settle into the British Isles, Eivor becomes a pivotal figure in the war between the Hidden Ones and the Order of the Ancients. For Ubisoft, it was important to give players the freedom of choice while experiencing the game's expansive story. Here's why it's important. It was important to make this option available for the player. It's something that the player can decide for the way they want to play because it has some impact on the narrative, which would be true if you had the option to play either or at the beginning of the game and carried it through the narrative. It would be the same fucking thing. But here, continuing, but it's not two different stories. It's not two different stories. So what's the fucking point? It's the same story of the character, whatever options your character decides. So basically, if you're a female, whatever options you're given, it's going to be the same as the male. Why? So what point? What point? Batizat continued, we wanted to let you have the freedom to experiment. That's the key right there. The people who want to experiment. Most gamers. Now, I can only speak for myself and those I know and have talked to, that most don't care about the gender of the character. They're not looking at the character going, do my genitals match? They're not looking at the character going, does my skin color match? They're not looking at the character going, am I banging the same sex as that character? No. Post creation of the character or picking the character, if you have that option, most times you're focusing on the gameplay because you're trying not to get wrecked. They're not focusing on deciding whether or not they want to change from male to female or female to male. That is a very, very, very small demographic at all in the gaming industry. Because most people just want a good character. Most people just want a good story. Most people just want good gameplay. So, yes, you have to make a choice, but you can experiment. Experiments. It's the way it is for everything in Assassin's Creed Valhalla. It could be the difficulty, to your skill tree, to gender, etc. What's the point? Developed by Ubisoft Montreal, Assassin's Creed Valhalla will be released on November 17th from PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PC, and Google Stadia. So there it is. There it is. What's the point? Just to give the players the option to experiment. Just to give the players the option to experiment. Really, is all that boils down to. I might still get this game. I haven't decided yet. It did look... from what I've seen, it looks good so far, but I'm going to cross that bridge the closer it gets to the release of this game. I'm waiting to get user reviews for the Ghost of Tsushima, because I'm also want to look into getting that game, but until I have, I guess, reviews from people I more or less trust over the professional critics, then I'll cross that bridge also when I come to it. The only other game that I'm anticipating this year is Cyberpunk 2077, and that's not until November as well, so it is what it is. But let me know down in the comments what you think of this whole situation. Are you still planning on getting this game? Are you not planning on getting this game? Let me know. What do you think of this? Are you, do you like it? Do you not like it? Do you think, whatever? Let me also know that down in the comments below. So if you like this video, leave a thumbs up. Share on social media if you will. I am a whammon. I need all that validation I can get. So until my next video and or live stream, which will most likely now be Friday instead of tonight, because I'm coming into the home stretch of the class I'm currently in right now, with the last day officially being Sunday, so I'm trying to get as much of my work done as possible before Friday. So Friday, I can do kind of a late night live stream, following up with a members only live stream afterwards as kind of a semi-celebration for the finishing of this class, at least until the fall semester starts. So tune in for that. I will also tweet this out as a reminder a little bit later. But again, this is Mara Jade. Catch you on the dark side, and what the fuck, Ubisoft?